Hello, everybody. I'm Nina Hartley, and you're watching Tuesdays with Nina. And today I'm going to answer another reader question, and you can send your questions into tuesdayswithnina@gmail.com. And this question was from a couple who wanted to add a third person to the bedroom. They wanted to try a threesome, and they wanted to know, how do you do it? How you add someone to a threesome, to a couple already, is more than I can get into in a 5-minute video, okay, a 6-minute video. But here are some basic things to keep in mind. First, and I know this from my own personal, bitter, painful experience, the fantasy is always different from the reality. And don't forget, in our fantasies, everything goes exactly as we want it. Our minds are red, people are nice, no weird emotions come up, there's no jealousy, there's no strangeness, everything is smooth and easy, and hey, this is great. Also remember, in porno movies, we are paid performers acting out a fantasy scenario, and we also don't really like each other in that way. And so it's different for us. So, of course, in porno movies, of course, threesomes, foursomes, tensomes, they go fine, and there's no issues, there's no problem, and everything's great. That's fantasy. So there's our brain fantasy, which is one thing. There is the movie fantasy, completely different. And then there's, of course, the state of our relationship with our significant other. This is the most important thing to keep in mind, is that until and unless the base couple is solid, strong, get along well together, have excellent communication skills, and have worked out a lot of the sexual bugs, pardon me, it is a no-go. It needs to stay in fantasy. My first threesome was a disaster. Luckily, I didn't let it keep me down, but it was really bad. I had a jealous fit to beat the band, and it just killed everything. And I didn't have a threesome for several more years. I since now, of course, have them all the time. But it did show me that unless each person in the threesome has a good command of their own sexual issues, have done a lot of their own sexual healing and growth, and have really done the personal work so that they can be a grown-up in this situation and not a little kid, better to keep the threesomes in your mind's eye and use it as a fantasy thing to speak with your partner. Making it real. So to make it real, before you make it real, the couple in question needs to be comfortable flirting with other people, seeing your partner flirt with somebody else, certainly having the shared fantasy of a third partner, and how would it go? Would the third partner be a male or a female? Is anybody bisexual? Not all women are bisexual, so not all girl-girl-boy threesomes are going to involve girl-girl action. And not all men are bisexual, so not all boy-boy-girl threesomes are going to involve boy-boy action. These things need to be talked about beforehand. So what are my fantasies of a threesome? What do I want to see, do, experience? What is my partner's fantasy for a threesome, and what does he want to see, do, and experience? So what do each of us want to get out of the threesome? And then, of course, even when all that's fine, you're fine with your partner, you flirt with other people, you dirty dance in public, and you have a good time around other people, and you don't seem to have a high jealousy and all of that. Finding the third person. Now, I have to admit, I have a very easy time of it because I'm in the adult entertainment industry. And so my opportunities are great. And I'm already in a subculture. So the fact that I can go up and talk to somebody and just ask, I'm not going to get a slap in the face. I'm not going to get hit with a harassment suit. I'm not going to get in trouble for at least asking. So in the real world, must be prudent. We must be prudent. So do not ask anybody from work. Your work or your partner's work. Just don't. Just don't. I don't care how hot that person is or how freaky-deaky they seem to be or whatever. Not to be crude about it, but there is an old saying that I really do think needs paying attention to. Do not shit where you eat. So this is your job we're talking about. So you need to go further afield. Now, I don't know if the person should be a friend of either of you. If the friend is someone like me who already lives a very sexually exciting and sophisticated and free-ranging lifestyle, that person might be an excellent choice for a threesome because that person will have had experience already with such a emotionally charged situation and maybe help smooth out some of the points. If you are looking, swing parties are a great way to find people for threesomes, because simply by going to a swing party, you are in a room full of adults who are willing to talk about sex and who are also taking steps to fulfill their own fantasies simply by going to a swing party to find other open-minded adults, which is really great. So I would go to a swing party. The first couple swing parties, don't expect any action. Flirting, yes. Certainly attention, yes. But until or unless you and your partner have reached the same level of comfort with the situation, the actual situation, not the fantasy situation, no rush. If you like one party, there'll be another party in a month, and that will give you time in between to talk about what you felt, what you saw, what was scary, what was exciting, what was like you expected, what wasn't like you expected. So you must have excellent communication skills and be fearless. You must be ready to say the truth, and you must be able to hear the truth. One of the truths might be, wow, I really dig this. This is totally hot. Let's go. And the other truth might be, this wasn't as fun in real life as I thought. I don't think I want to follow through with it, at least for now. That's got to be okay. Because when it comes to threesomes, all votes carry equal weight. So if one person wants to do it and the other person doesn't want to do it, I'm afraid it has to be a no. And then that's another discussion, another round of honesty. The most important thing in any sexual discussion, and especially one so important as, are we going to break the fourth wall of our relationship and invite somebody in, is kindness. You must be kind to yourself and your partner as you work out all the different things that are going on. There's your fantasies or desires, the state of your relationship for real, the state of your relationship in your fantasy, cultural expectation, societal expectation, family history. And don't be drunk. Do not have threesomes when you're drunk. It's a very bad idea. I know it seems fun at the time, but I really would counsel against doing anything when anybody is drunk, because it really can lead to poor choices and recriminations later. And why did I do this? You don't want to go. So to recap, because I can see they're already 7 minutes in, threesomes can be a lot of fun. They're always going to be more fun in your mind's eye because everything goes perfect there. And might take months and months of negotiation and checking it out to make a fantasy a reality. If it wasn't a total disaster, you learn and build on your communication. So you do a postmortem after a threesome. Wow, what worked? What didn't work? What do I want to do next time? What do I not want to do next time? What do I have to remember to do next time? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I might have to do a part 2, because then there's always the safe sex boundary physical activity thing. As you can see, it's really very complicated. Once it works for a particular couple, then it becomes really easy and a bonding thing. But until then, it can be a shark pool, and care must be taken. This is Nina Hartley. You're watching Tuesdays with Nina on Eden Fantasies. And until next time, play safe, but play.